So this is the Glycerin 15. Okay. So in terms of all of our footwear, this is a neutral shoe, and it's what we would consider most cushion. So it's kind of the amplified experience within our cushion category. So we have 4 categories. One is cushion, the other is energize, which is a more bouncy, responsive experience. Our connect, which is very like low profile, flexible, and then speed, which is all about feeling fast.
Okay.
So cushion, super plush. The 15, we've heard great response from runners that they love just stepping their foot in and feeling that buttery smooth feel of glycerin. So we've done a little bit to really maintain that and amp it up. So this top stack, which is a different color, you've got the white midsole here. This actually is a layer of softer foam. So when you put your foot into this shoe, you're going to feel immediately a softer feel, and it's going to provide a little more plushness over the course of your run. Underfoot, you still got this really super soft super DNA midsole compound. It's 25% more cushioning than our regular midsole, but it's slightly firmer, so you're not going to bottom out in your run. It's going to be a durable shoe for you. And then on the outsole, we've just got a lot of segmentation for a really super smooth laydown. You can just watch that shoe flex and bend, heel all the way to forefoot. It's going to be very nice and smooth. And then uppers, we've done a lot to really make this just as plush and soft underfoot as it is around your foot. Around your foot as it is underfoot. So we've got our comfort collar, which just really brings that nice soft material around the entire outside of the shoe. Through here we've got this nice, really stretchy material, so you're not going to feel trapped. It's going to be a very accommodating experience around your foot. And then our overlays, what we've done to really simplify and streamline here, and also reduce stitching, which helps us save weight, is use our 3D stretch print to create structure and some support. So this material, we started with a 3D fit print a few iterations ago, which was an ink process. It just overlays. You kind of screen print it on like you would a shirt, and what that does is after a few different runs through the ink, it provides some really nice raise off of the shoe and adds that support. So stretch print not only gives that structure, but it is more accommodating, which for a shoe like this we really want to deliver on. Our Ghost shoe, which we launched in fall of last year, has just been totally on fire for the brand, and so for the 10 we wanted to deliver on what runners were loving about that shoe in different ways, and ways that didn't revolutionize a shoe, ways that aren't going to scare a Ghost runner, but that will really make them happy. So underfoot, we really don't change a ton. We've taken out the rubber in this little area right here. It's a transition zone. Exposing the EVA right here just allows for a smoother transition, and being a cushioned shoe like the Glycerin, the Ghost should have that. The Ghost also is a shoe where we pioneered our engineered mesh, so you can kind of see up top it's a one-piece mesh in the upper, but what's unique about it is that because of the process we're able to create more holes, larger holes for breathability, and provide some room and an accommodating fit. But you can close it up kind of right here. You can see that tighter weave for structure, and that's part of the engineering process, which is nice. Really cool. Yeah. We also bring in a 3D fit print, so not quite the stretch print like the Glycerin, but a similar process with ink to create the saddle right here and bring it back into the heel, where you then have this nice external heel counter to keep your foot in place and not sloppy or anything like that. If you think about our neutral cushion shoes, so in support we've got the Adrenaline GTS, we've got the Transcend.
Right.
For neutral we've had these two. We're excited in fall of 17 to launch the Revel. So this is a brand new model from us. It's a totally cushioned shoe. It's neutral, and it's going to be a very versatile experience. It's definitely aimed at the runner who is putting in miles, who wants a nice, solid runner, but maybe who's doing a few different other types of exercise during their week. Maybe they're going to the gym, or they're doing yoga, or they're doing CrossFit or Orange Theory, what have you. But they still want a running shoe because that's kind of the common thread through a lot of their exercise.
Right.
going to put this down and show you a couple of our cool technologies on it. We do have our Biomogo DNA midsole, so that's going to give that awesome cushioning that we're excited about. Underfoot, we've got a pretty simple outsole. Again, we're exposing this little wedge here though because we think that's going to provide for a really nice laydown. On the upper though, we're really excited about this flat knit. It's our first flat knit ever. You might have seen this on, throughout the industry before, but for Brooks, we think that this aesthetic really reaches the type of runner we're going after with the shoe. Possibly a younger runner, someone who wants a lot of value from their footwear. What we have done though is with the hot melt yarn, provided a lot of structure through the midfoot, and we think that's important because a lot of times flat knits on some ends of the spectrum can either kind of just give too much and never recover, so you kind of get sloppy and end up falling off the platform, or if they do provide structure, they're pretty expensive. So we think we're offering a lot in this shoe, which we're excited about, especially because it's only going to be a $100 shoe. So this is the men's red and black. We've got black and gray. Men and women will share the white and black colorways.
Okay.
And then we'll have a pink version for women, a bright green and bright blue for women, and then a darker blue for men as well. So what you'll see from us that's new for fall is not just a color update for past shoes, but material updates. So this is the Launch 4, which is out now. It's a spring shoe. And traditionally we've done at kind of, after 6 months, a color update, so providing something fresh to the market.
Okay.
New for fall though is materials. So this is our first use of a circular knit in the upper. So you're getting the same energized experience from the Launch that people know and love. You've got the same performance features, but this circular knit delivers just kind of a breath of fresh air to the shoe. We think that people who are running in the shoe and who want a different look, maybe this is just a refresh after the shoe has lived its running life. We also are hopeful that it might appeal to a different type of runner, one who wants a different look from their shoes, and who kind of appreciates this type of heathered look on the upper, maybe not just a more traditionally athletic mesh.
Okay.
We're doing the same with the Adrenaline GTS 17, which is, of course, our known stability shoe. This is the women's colorway. Men is the same type of circular knit, but the colors, of course, aren't going to be this rose gold. They'll be a little more masculine. And for women on the Launch, it's the same kind of mesh, circular knit, but it comes with some mint green accents, so really nice execution there. On the trail side of things, though, we're really excited about the Pure Grit 6. So this is from the Connect experience, so we're delivering a close to the ground, really flexible ride, something that's going to let you feel the trail. Updates here, so we actually keep the midsole and outsole the same. So you've got this awesome hex lug configuration that's going to provide that multi-directional traction. Outside, on the perimeter of the shoe, you'll see we've doubled up these lugs just to provide some more support, so nothing breaks off when you're scrambling over rocks or gravel, anything like that. You'll notice this kind of wave look to the shoe, and that really delivers on that flexibility. So it's totally going to move with you, move with the trail, and really deliver on the Connect experience. On the upper though, we've done some really cool things to modernize this. So you've got this awesome breathable mesh, but you'll see that we've done a lot to simplify the midfoot and then bringing that same aesthetic and simplification of materials through the forefoot using a special, it's a 3D fit print, so the same kind of technology is using inks, but it's rubberized. So what that's going to do is add some more durability and protection, because we know obviously that as a trail runner you're going to experience and encounter a few different obstacles. You're crashing through twigs, you're kicking up rocks, and so we want to make sure that your shoes are holding up to your run. So we've got that. We've kind of brought it over the toe for some extra protection. You've got the mud guard down here, so raising up that protection using that fit print up the side of the shoe. And inside we're doing the same thing too, just so not every single puddle is going to seep in or anything like that. And we've got, for some added features, a nice little lace garage up here, so if you want to tuck your laces in, you know, those are out of the way. They're not going to snag on anything. And all in all, a really nice running experience and a flexible, connected ride. This is our Gore-Tex execution. So Cascadia, it's been around for a long time out on the trails. Tried and true trail shoe. So this is the same Cascadia 12 with awesome traction. We have an updated pivot system, which you can see called out here. We've done a lot to simplify the upper and make it more adjustable using these poles here. But for fall 17, runners, it gets a little wet out there, it gets muddy, so we've put a Gore-Tex bootie inside to keep it breathable and waterproof. So, not a completely new shoe, but we do think the Gore-Tex version a lot of runners are going to like. And then the Adrenaline ASR 14. This is the men's colorway right here. So this is built off of our Adrenaline GTS midsole and outsole. So it's that really runnable, supportive ride underfoot. A lot of runners, just love how that feels. That platform is awesome for them. So we're giving them kind of an all-season, all-weather package here. We've done that through a more aggressive outsole. So this is definitely like a road to trail shoe. You can absolutely run trails in this, but you'll notice it's not necessarily as aggressive as something like the Cascadia, but it'll totally perform for your demands. On the upper, we've done a DWR treatment to kind of keep those elements, away from your foot as much as possible without going full-blown Gore-Tex on it. So adding another element of protection to a shoe that will likely, see some mud and some snow maybe. So nice shoe. We think a lot of runners are going to like this update. Nothing major here, but nice evolutions of existing technologies and features that runners love.
Hey, hi, I'm Brian Holton here with Suunto at the Winter Outdoor Retailer Show in 2017. I'm here to talk to you about Suunto GPS smartwatches. Last week at the Consumer Electronics Show, we launched an exciting new product called the Spartan Sport Wrist HR, which is Suunto's first foray into wrist-based heart rate devices. Suunto partnered with Cell, which is a leading biomedical device manufacturer, to produce a very accurate, low-profile, low-battery use heart rate sensor that's optical on the wrist. You can see it here. We're taking my heart rate here on the watch face. The Spartan line of watches is an outdoor grade color touchscreen line of connected watches. As I swipe up the watch face, I go to my customizable watch face home screen. One swipe up leads to our exercise tracking. I can also use the pushers on the side as well. If my fingers are really sweaty, if I'm in a really wet environment, I can still control the watch face using the pushers. We have 80 preset sport modes in this watch, everything from running basic all the way up to track and interval workouts to other sports like open water swimming, multi-sport, triathlon, CrossFit, etc. We can also customize the sport modes as well, so the sky's the limit on whatever you would like your watch face to display. We have extended battery life on this watch, fully customizable interface, and you can interface this watch with the Moves Count online system, where you can go to track your progress against your community, set your training goals, work with a coach, or you can even discover new areas to run or take part in other recreational activities through our heat map program, where you can trace heat map popular areas that are run on, etc., in different areas around the world, and then you can actually pull that down to the watch face and navigate from the watch on your wrist. So that is the Spartan Sport Wrist HR from Suunto, launched in early 2017. The retail price is $649, and that's the newest addition to Suunto's line of connected GPS smartwatches.